Click record. Okay.
We're recording, buddy.
All right, go ahead.
Do I dare call you buddy anymore?
Kick off the show, Jimmy.
Kick off the show. It's episode 64 of the notoriously known worst reselling podcast in the world.
Fair enough. All can be right.
Yeah. We're definitely not in the top 10. Allegedly we made the top 2, but that's a story we'll talk about here in a little bit. It's Joe, Philly Picker. I'm Jimmy, Old School Flips, and Deathpaw Picker's barely with us today for some reason. So he's here. Mike's here though.
I'm listening to y'all talk about returns. All right. So
I'm trying to help my guy out. I'm trying to help
not returns, feedback. I don't know. It has to do with reselling, so I kind of trickle off. All right.
Yeah.
I just do my own thing.
Yep.
Well, I mean, talking about returns, I mean, you did jinx the entire group here with talking about returns last week, Mike.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mike. We told you that's when in Fight Club we don't talk about Fight Club. In return,
Well,
Reseller podcast we don't talk about return.
Fight Club started talking about me, dude. Like y'all were sitting there talking about this crap, and like, we can get to it in a little bit and everything, but like y'all really rained on my parade because while one of y'all were talking about negative feedback and helping out at each other, I just like, let me make sure I'm still top rated. I got a negative feedback.
That's why you're mad.
I'm a little upset.
Out on us.
And I'll tell you, it's on this stupid Zoom player, which I mailed out another one today to an FPO, which is like APO, Army Post Office or whatever. Yeah. And it goes overseas. This is I forgot what it is. It's not AE. I think it's AP, which is Armed Forces Pacific, I think.
Huh.
So probably going to Korea. Who knows? Returning home. The little Zoom players going back home. And dude, the first one that sold, the guy claims was, oh, this is used condition. And my pictures clearly showed the sticker on the box. Yeah, he just left me a negative feedback, and I haven't even got the item back yet. And I'm wondering, like, I want, a lot of times eBay will say, like, oh, well, we don't have an issue. Go ahead, Jimmy. You had something. Like,
well, it's being returned.
The first one. So I bought 2 Zoom players.
The one that he bought 2.
No, I bought 2. I sold one to this guy. He opened the return saying, oh, it doesn't charge. It doesn't work. This is used condition, blah, blah, blah. It was sealed in the box.
You're top rated and you offer returns, right?
Yes.
So my understanding, I could be wrong, and I was reamed in the comments for this, but once you get the return completed back to you, that feedback could possibly be removed automatically. If you're top rated and you offer returns, the thing is it won't be removed until the return is completed, though, and he's been refunded. That happened. Yeah. It happened to me. It happened to me on a return because I offer returns, and I'm top rated. The feedback was there, and then the second I completed the return and gave him his refund, it was removed automatically.
Really?
Oh.
Yes.
Is it free? Did you say free returns though?
I offer free returns, but my understanding is as long as you offer returns and you honor that what you offer and you're top rated, I could be wrong, and so maybe a viewer that corrected me last time can correct me again.
With this feedback thing, like you're saying that it'll fall off once I take the return, even though like. My issue is the fact that the guy said that it was used, even though it was new.
Right.
New sealed in the picture. And you know how everybody always says, like, for me, I don't care. Like, if I take the thing back and I can give them a refund for less, so be it. Whatever. I don't give a crap. Yeah. But what I want to know is, like, there's some people who are like, oh, well, I'll take a video of this. And they're like, well, that doesn't do anything because you could just put it in another package and claim that you got it. I'm wondering, would it make a difference? Because I've got a P.O. box. I've got a P.O. box now. I'm an actual reseller. I have a P.O.
box. Wow. You're pretty fancy now.
Yeah, you can't find where I live. You don't want to find where I live. 'Cause if you come over uninvited, it's going to end up bad. But but what if the postmaster opened it on camera and just to verify the contents? I could explain the situation. Hey, I'm afraid that this person may have sent something back because it happens on electronics, especially something that's collectible. It happened on the iPod, the ear pods that I told you about,
Mm-hmm.
like claiming one thing. But I've heard people out there now that are calling that person's local police department to open up a case. Like, have y'all heard of anything similar?
No.
No,
No.
I've only had a few issues. I'm saying a few. It probably happened one other time where I sold something new and received something back, but it was never on it. How much was it? This Zune player? How much was it? How much?
$109.
Yeah, yeah, mine was probably like $30, but it was a car emblem, and it was new in the package, and the guy sent me a different one back.
Mm.
So, but eBay took care of it. I clicked on report a problem with this return or whatever. I sent them pictures. They matched the pictures up to your listing. I think that's how they do it. They match the pictures up to the listing that you put it up there, and they gave me my money, and I'm sure they gave the buyer his money. You know what I mean? But that was the only thing that. But I don't know what that does with the negative feedback though. So I don't know.
Yeah, so I get where now I get it. Like, because now you have a negative feedback, you're possibly being returned something that was swapped out. You're not getting the original one back.
Yeah.
And so you don't want to you shouldn't have to give them a full refund. You shouldn't have to give them a refund at all if they swapped you out. At that point, you have to open a case and stuff like that, and then yeah, you'll probably have to talk to someone at eBay. I get
And
it. Yeah, that makes total sense. You have every right to be upset with the whole situation.
maybe I'm catastrophizing. Maybe the product doesn't work, and maybe that was the issue. They just said it like doesn't charge
Yeah.
when they said that it was used in the
How
package was
old
up.
was the? How old is a Zoom? How old is a Zoom player? How many years?
Oh yeah,
It's got to
like
be 20 years old, right?
So it
15
could have
years
just
old.
went bad in the box, right? Like it could have
it,
just shelf died.
I don't know. I mean, my only concern that I don't like if the serial numbers match,
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah.
Like
So
you
then you'll
know,
refund them in full. And like I said, I hope that's I'm right. I hope I'm right.
yeah. But like but in the event, I always worry with situations like that, like getting something back that isn't, because then I contemplate buying a plane ticket. And but
The mafia.
I'm,
We talked about the mafia last week. So
I
and
know that,
again,
or you
you
just
said there
stop.
was no violent murder acts involved with this new idea of yours, but it's sounding like
I
there
said no murder.
no murder. Oh, okay.
Oh,
So they will survive. They might be
Yeah.
in
No,
ICU, but they
no,
will
I can't. I
survive.
can't even say that because no, nothing bad.
Nothing bad will happen. You're just gonna have a
They can be
friendly
traced.
conversation with them.
Like what? I don't know. I was watching. What was I watching last night? Oh, we finished Yellowstone. Like that. That's what we did yesterday. Like my grandpa and my uncle. They finally let. What are you sleeping, Jimmy? Because you don't like Yellowstone?
I
What?
tried.
Really?
Not a fan.
Oh my
Let's hear it.
goodness.
Oh, I'm not allowed to not like a show.
yeah. I only got a few episodes into Yellowstone. And that
Yeah.
was it.
So we let everything, like, we hadn't watched shows for a while, and granted, like Yellowstone hadn't been on for a while, but we got up to the like episode 9 because it ended on episode 8, and then they had the contract disputes with Kevin Costner and everything,
Oh
and then
yeah.
it waited like a year and a half, 2 years before they came out with episode 9 of that season, and then ran it to episode 14. Well, we watched all 6 of those episodes
Uh,
yesterday yesterday afternoon. So
So
that's
you're feeling
that.
country right now. You're feeling a little bit country right now.
Oh yeah, you get that country pride and everything. You got the national pride. Trump was inaugurated.
Oh boy.
It was great.
Oh,
It
you're
was great.
feeling it. You're on cloud nine right
Cloud
now.
nine here today until the
Yeah,
negative feedback.
dude. There's no greater day than when Trump has a rehearsed teleprompter speech and when he doesn't, because then like I would like somebody order 2 versions, and that's the greatest.
Hey, I
Uh,
want to say real quick, what's the prequel to the one with Tim McGraw and Faith Hill to
that is the
Yellowstone?
prequel. That's 1883.
Now I watched all that. That was great.
Yeah. Did you watch the Harrison Ford one?
I lost because it's on Paramount Plus,
Yeah.
and I watched a couple episodes and my subscription ran out and I never re-signed up, so I didn't get to
No.
finish it.
They're coming out. They're coming out with season 2. I think that was 1923 or something.
Yeah,
1883 and 1920. I don't know.
yeah,
1940. There were wars going on.
right.
1923. Because it had to be after World War One. I
Who
think it's
plays that daughter in the such a good actress? The one that the one with Tim McGraw. She's the main character.
oh
Man,
yeah.
yeah, that was such a good one.
I had no name. That's what Taylor
Yeah.
Sheridan does. He's like Kevin Smith. Like, let me just go find some no name person off the street, like
Yeah.
some friend of his or something like that, and be like, it'd be good in that part. And
So
just
that one's 1883, right? Is that what you said?
1883 is the
Yeah,
first
that's
one.
a good one. That's a good one.
I
So I
didn't
mean,
watch
I
that.
give it a fair chance. I gave Yellowstone I just wasn't for me. Yellowstone just wasn't that
Yeah.
great. But
It's
that
I
1883
think
was
it
really good.
ended so recently. I don't want to do a spoiler alert, but it was going to tie into the mafia thing, which is not really a
Ooh,
mafia thing. But
hey-o.
Well, maybe one day I'll get around to watching that.
what about Tulsa King? Have y'all ever seen Tulsa King?
I've watched
Nah,
like
my
4 or 5
mother-in-law just told me
episodes.
about that. I should. She said,
Yeah, that's a good one. Enough about crappy Taylor Sheridan shows. Uh,
I don't even
Especially
know.
when we're coming off of the inauguration, which I guess the only thing we do like TikTok.
What about it?
What do y'all think about it? Because like Trump just absolutely hated it, and then now he's the saving grace to TikTok, like
Somebody-
trying to work with. I only bring it up is because so many people that we know they make money off of TikTok.
Yes, I don't blame anybody for going back that made money. Like make your money. Like there are people that make a good living using TikTok. Yeah. I hope they
Yeah.
get it. I hope it's back for them. I hope they get to get back to making the money that they were making on there. I would never tell anybody not to do that for sure.
Well, yeah, it's just crazy though because like I don't know if you pay attention to like the lead up of it and the way that everybody was just like petitioning for the existence of TikTok.
Yeah.
And I talked to Dave. Dave was like, "Well, what do you think?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm for it and I'm against it. I don't care. I'm fine if they ban it, but like I don't understand where people come from because the only thing I look at is like I don't care. You can get the same content on Facebook Reels or Instagram Reels, Facebooks, whatever the heck they are,
Yep.
but it's just the fact of the China element. Like, don't sell information to China. That's it. Like, if there's any ties to it, which it obviously is, because the same thing happened with Timu. Like, everybody out there, like, what do they say? Not rallying. What's the word that I'm looking for? Advocating for TikTok are the same people that sign up for Timu, and the people that built the code for Timu are the same people that had the code for
yeah, but
TikTok.
they're getting whatever they want anyway. I don't think they're just, you know
I
what I
agree
mean?
with
Like
you. Yeah.
China is going to get
And
their
like
whatever they want
they can have
anyway.
all my information. Here, I'll so
Jimmy
give me the
orders off
email. Give me
Timu
the
right
worst
there. That's
possible
a
email
Timu.
I can send it to, and they can have it. Like they can have everything I put into TikTok. I don't care. I ain't a skew. I don't like for me. It's not the politics of it. It's like I guess it's the financial of it that I would like. I did care that it would go away for people that were making good money. Like there's people that's their living. They're making that's how they pay their bills and stuff. I cared enough for them that I didn't want it to go away for them. So for that reason, I didn't want it to go away. I did not want it to get banned and to go away. That's my only reasoning. Like other than that, because if it's monopolies or whatever, like as far as I understand, TikTok, if you're doing well on there, it provides the best income over all those other ones by quite a bit. My understanding, for short format.
Oh, 100%.
So it's kind of like taking the top dog out so we can now pay less and get rid of the guy that pays the most. So then now we can have success. Like if that's the politics of it, like I didn't like that. That's all my brain tells me.
Yeah, my only concern is like the security of it. Like what elements are
What are
there?
they finding out? What are they? What can they possibly get from
Right.
knowing what TikToks you watch? And
It's a great
Oh, I'm
question.
not
I
talking
love
about
that
that. I'm
question.
talking about being able to access. And don't get me wrong. Like if you watch some of the Senate House hearings and everything, like I would see reels on it and stuff, and it's kind of crazy because you hear like old Republicans trying to talk about technology the same way that Democrats will talk about guns. They're clueless. Like everybody is. It's great because like it lets you know that there's a balance of idiocracy at all levels. So it levels the playing field for all of us. There's humor in that, and don't get me wrong, people, like there are political elements involved, and y'all don't need to take that too seriously because there's podcasts all around. There's friends all around that are on both sides of the aisle, and 100% like that's not going to change who our friendships are just because of that. So hopefully y'all don't take it the same way. But and I'm talking to the viewers now, but you look at something like that, and like you said, they have the like you say how it affects the content creators. My problem is like we list them as influencers. Like we were influenced by great people before, and now
Mike's on an influencer and
yeah, sure. You didn't think about here influencing the three people that I influence. Folks, find a better person, please. Don't, don't let it be me. Don't put me on your headstone. Like
you're on their
you,
Mount Rushmore. What are you talking about?
that's great. But I think about that and like
Those
how
5 chins just sitting up there on Mount Rushmore. Took a lot to chisel those suckers out.
extra stone.
8 rock slides occurred during the carving of this. It just kept falling off. Uh, but yeah, so you think about somebody like Carrie that does nonstop TikTok. Don, those are those people. Matt is another one that's huge on TikTok. But Jimmy, even you were the same way, like where you were making some money on there.
Yep.
But
And for
there,
short
I
format,
think
it
there's
paid
certain
way
things.
better than anything else I've ever done.
I think there's certain things that don't even belong on TikTok. Like I can't believe that these people have a platform to like to do what they do.
Right.
Like
There's
to
there's
have
so, there's so many sides to TikTok. Like there's sides of Tik. Mine takes me to humor and dogs. Thank you, TikTok, for only taking me to humor and dogs.
All
Like
right, all right. It can take
dog
you. You
dogs
can
acting
find
stupid.
anything on there. I
But
mean, look.
you can talk to somebody else, and their TikTok is 100%. Their TikTok is 100% different than mine. Like their TikTok experience and what TikTok shows them because of the algorithm, like is completely a different thing. You're right. Like it's so crazy some of the stuff that's out there.
it is absolutely ridiculous because there's some of them that just sit there and do music, bing, and they cross their eyes and shit, and I'm like, you get paid for this? People watch your stuff? My God, there's a
But it's
lesbian chick
like
out there
anything.
that's looking for the hardest to find lesbian chick ever. She's got 27 pre-qualifications and just wants to know where you at, baby. And like I'm like, somebody find this woman a woman, and that way they can go be happy and she can stay off of TikTok. And like our next generation isn't
But it
okay.
just goes to show you, like, there's stuff that you watch out there that you just can't turn away from. I mean, it's a complete train wreck, and you'll sit there to the end of the video and you'll watch it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's
Man,
why.
but I'll tell you what, TikTok has me programmed. That's one thing maybe I'm guilty of. Like when I see a video that I know I'm not going to be interested in, I'm swiping up as fast as I can so the algorithm doesn't say, "Oh, he watched this for 3 seconds. Let's show him some more of this crap." I'm like,
Maybe,
"No, no, 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 no." I swipe up.
maybe
Oh,
And I
I
that's
put
hate
what.
an
read the
I
comments
put
and
an
not
uninterested
comment.
too.
Like that's my problem.
Oh,
My algorithm is based on hate. So the TikTok, like,
dude,
let's just show them stuff, huh?
one thing about TikTok, I've had some of my best laughs in my lifetime. Like stop breathing, crying laughter, reading some of the comments in TikTok.
Oh
Some
yeah.
of the comments are amazing.
How many
Yeah.
times have you read something and like just stopped breathing laughing on
Mm.
TikTok?
Oh,
Because the comments win.
my wife recorded me one time because I was in tears. I was like, I was like laughing. I was like ugly crying, laughing combination.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's a great place, but like I think about it like I wish there was a way where we could just pick categories and be like, give me this,
Yeah, yeah.
nothing else.
Yeah.
That way we can find other resellers out there, people that are starting up, like people that are starting something new, reselling. Like go ahead, Jimmy. We got new members.
Oh, we got new members.
Mm.
Oh, I'm supposed to do it. I'm the one
Yeah,
doing it.
you're running
We
it.
have so
I
let's
went
first
on
let's
my I
shout
went
out
on
our
my deep.
existing. Let me go over here real quick. We got to shout out our existing customers. What's
Customer.
wrong, customer? Members,
Way to make them
members.
feel loved, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Customers.
excuse me, customers. I don't know why I use that word. It wasn't on purpose. Our wonderful members, wonderful members. We're gonna still at this point we're still shouting out everybody, but huge shout out first to Mike Metco Meetups. Go check it. He's doing all kinds of podcast stuff right now. Go check out his channel on Instagram and YouTube. We got Jacqueline Rose. Thank you so much, Jackie. Vintage Sports Flips Keith, my man, his team, just like Joe, going to the NFC Championship, the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
We got Trash Cat Rescue. That's one of our new members. Thank you so much for joining. And then we got Triple R Collections. And yes, I'm reading from my phone. Triple R Collections is Ray. And I wanted to give him a special shout out because he also has a reselling podcast that I've watched a couple episodes. It is called he is called I can never remember. It's like Jaw. I gotta look at the name right here. Sorry. I do apologize, Ray, but I have to because it's a little bit. See, I'm doing terrible right now, guys. I'm so bad.
Yep, could have had this information beforehand.
Well, I have it right here actually. Ray and Jay are their names, and the podcast is called. It's easy to remember their names, Ray and Jay, because the podcast is Jaw Junk Jaw. Junk, see, I was wrong. Junk Jaw Reseller Podcast.
Junk
I'll put
jaw,
it down.
like
Junk Jaw. So I want
like
you want to say,
like jaw.
yeah, like your jaw, yes.
Uh,
Junk Jaw. Reseller Podcast. Go check them out. There's some good information on like the collectible stuff that I like. I know Mike likes it. I know Joe likes it. So and just a couple guys chatting about reselling and collectibles and their daily adventures kind of like we do.
That's good.
That was a terrible shout out. I apologize, Ray.
That's
And Jay.
exactly what
Ray
the
and Jay.
reseller world needed is another reselling podcast.
It is
That's
100%.
And
They're probably going to crack the top 2 in no time.
well, I mean, they got to dethrone us because now we're apparently the number 2 podcast. Apparently, because
According to AI, yeah.
Oh,
Well, and AI is legit, right?
of course.
wait, AI? Oh, that AI, the fake AI.
Yeah, yeah. That
I was
I don't
like,
know what that
oh
was.
my
But it
god,
was
there's an AI.
definitely.
I thought you were talking about like a AI flips podcast. I thought Dave started another one. I was
Maybe
afraid.
it's a not so I is what it is.
Yeah,
Artificial not so intelligent.
yeah,
It's
that was
AI.
put on.
It's
Uh,
AI.net, not
That
.com.
was put on by the new reseller clickbait, the fake bait. What is it there? It's reselling
Unemployed for a
living.
living
Unemployed,
podcast.
unemployed for a living.
They
Last
didn't
time I
want
made
this.
a joke, it might not have went over well. But yes, it's the Unemployed for a Living podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
thank y'all
they
very
did-
much for giving up your number 2 award. We are waiting for the trophy in the mail. I don't know who's getting it. But I
There's
mean,
never-
it only makes sense, and it's fine. You want to give you want to give the ladies the number one overall, the ones over at golly, man, I cannot think right now. I'm worried about
That's
the
what happened to me with whatever, junk jaw.
junk jaw. Um,
I'm talking
golly,
about the one with
fantastic. Why am
flipping
I?
fantastic.
Yeah. So the ladies over there, we want to give them number one, which only makes sense because Trash to Cash, they're just stealing our shtick. Y'all
I know.
put me on camera. We've managed to not get canceled for like 2 months now. So they're basically like a free for all. So over the last
No,
2 weeks, they've talked about double penetration and gangbang.
Uh,
So
hey, what is going on over there?
yeah. What is?
I don't know. I hadn't talked to them. I hadn't talked to
Maybe
them in a week.
they're trying to recruit you right now. That's what's happening. Like if we keep going this road, we can just bring Mike on board. We're testing the waters right now. See what we can get away with.
They would never, because it would get way worse.
Yeah,
Dave,
I'm sure.
Dave doesn't want the editing. That's it.
lucky us.
Yes. So anyway, they're talking about, like I said, the old DP, not the death pile, the old double penetration, and
The other DP.
It's
the
all
other
the same.
DP.
All the same.
And speaking of, winter storms coming. We're forecasted 4 to 5 inches. So
Huh. Should be easy to measure, huh?
I can't.
4 to 5 inches. Yeah. My wife's like, same as usual.
I'm not scared of that.
Snow, people, snow in Florida on the
No,
beach.
people.
Now,
You're
mind
gonna
you,
get snow in Florida, though. You're getting snow.
yeah, we're
in
getting
Florida.
snow in Florida. Big old
How
winter
often does
storm.
it snow in Florida?
Huh?
How often does it snow in Florida?
Well, I looked at a Facebook group that we're part of, like Navarre or whatever. That's where we live, Navarre. So you got Navarre proper, and then you got the bridge that goes across.
Oh, you're
To
telling
Navarre
people where
Beach.
you live now, huh?
Yeah.
That's to his
Yes,
P.O.
I live
box.
in the city, Jimmy.
That's to his P.O. box.
Yeah.
That's your P.O. box.
Yeah. So you got Navarre, and then you go over the bridge, and you got Navarre Beach.
Wait, what was that you got? You just did that.
It was pretty close. Wasn't it? It's like, I'm sorry, Mike. I thought you lived to the right. Just a little bit.
What is happening?
Shut up, Jimmy. So,
Well, go back and watch this, and you'll see. I was like, "What's that?"
hey, listen, my wife's
right,
gonna make
so,
my ass drive out to a
snow.
beach if it snows. Okay, she's gonna make me drive to the beach. She's like, hey, if it snows down here, we get like if it actually snows, I want to go to the beach to see snow on the
Snow
beach, and I want to
on-
walk on. I'm like, that's the dumbest stuff ever. Because what do you got to cross when you live in Navarre and you got to go to Navarre Beach?
A
You
bridge.
got to cross a bridge.
Okay.
Yeah, ice forms on bridges, especially when you're not ready for it.
You'll be
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
Jimmy's going fishing on ice. You'll be fine. You're driving on ice. I mean,
Just go ice fishing while you're
Yeah.
out there.
what's
It's
What's
not
the
so
big
much
deal?
me driving in it; it's the other people. Nah,
Of course.
and I'd worried about it, but we get a lot of snowbirds, so there's probably, like, you think about Florida, most of these people grew up driving in snow.
Yeah,
Like they just
yeah,
retired
but that
down
was
here.
30 years ago.
Well, the
And
Jersey
they're
Shore,
90 now.
the Jersey Shore last week got I think 7 or 8 inches of snow, and all the pictures people were posting down there where they would actually go out to the beach, put their beach chair down, bring
Yeah,
their
yeah.
cooler, act like they were, it was summertime out there. So
Good
why
TikTok
don't you go
content.
do that? Get your beach chair, put your tank top on, put some sunblock on, and go out on the beach with the snow.
Yeah, that's right. Our beaches are already white, so it's gonna be hard to tell.
Uh,
Now, not Snow White, but still. So the Facebook community, everybody gets on there like, hey, where do we go if we get this 5 inches of snow that they're forecasting?
You stay home.
Mind you, it's a matter of like 6 hours. This shit is just gonna come down
Yep.
like crazy, and so it'll be up. It's gonna stay for a day, and then hopefully melt off tomorrow. I mean, everything. I went to the post office and Starbucks. Starbucks is closed. They're done. They're like, no. Waffle
Yeah, I
House.
mean, if you're
Waffle
Is
House
all
is
the
still open, so we'll survive.
is all the bread, milk, and eggs off the shelf in the supermarket?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't go to the supermarket.
Toilet paper is
'Cause
gone.
that's like a big thing up here. Is like as soon as snow hits, I don't know why people go and buy bread, eggs, and milk, but that's what they do. I don't do it.
Because
The
So
biggest
you
thing
do
I
it.
think about though is
no.
like, is your city prepared for the snow? Like, if they don't prepare the roads, like for ice and snow, you can't. You shouldn't be driving on them. You should
But
not. I mean,
it's probably different down there because I mean it's probably gonna be what 60 degrees tomorrow after it's done, right?
the day
No,
after,
no,
the
no,
day of the
no.
snow.
34, 35.
Uh,
Yeah.
So
So
it'll. I don't know if it's going to stick. But people on our Facebook group are like, "Where do we go sledding?" And they're like, "It's Florida. Do you see any hills?" Like, we don't have hills. Like, I don't know. Apparently, what they did in 2014, the last time they had snow here, they used the bridge. They
but
slid
down
down
the
the
side,
bridge.
down the side
like
of it.
pavement.
Huh? No, no, no. This is a bridge over water. They used the bridge because nobody could drive on it.
How many people did they lose
Uh,
that day?
Apparently, not enough if one person remembers. I mean, I don't want to be the one to run them over, but my wife wants to go to the beach, so I got to cross. I got to cross that bridge.
get in a boat, Mike. Get in a boat and go over.
Oh yeah,
Can
that's
just see
great.
it now.
I'm not
I
going to
can
drive
just
pick
see
up a boat to go around to go across to the beach. No, we'll just drive. If we can't drive, we just don't go.
Oh, your wife's gonna be very disappointed.
She's married to me. She's used to it.
Uh,
You know what?
so
You should
she's
take
used
her
to
to
it.
see the snow on the beach. I think. How far is the beach? How long of a drive?
It's like 10 minutes from my house.
Oh, walk then. We'll walk
Yeah,
in the
Walk
snow.
over the bridge.
No,
Take a
it-
sled.
it's still
Yeah.
like 5 miles. You see my wife, she's 4'11" and a half, dude.
He's
Like,
4'11" and a
her legs look like the little Asian characters in the 80s cartoon. Like, that's what they look like. And that's her normal speed. I'm like, I will outstep her. So it goes crazy. And no, she doesn't walk anywhere.
Yeah, I'm just joking. That's too far to walk. I learned that the hard way when I went to Vegas and I tried to walk half a mile and about died.
Oh, dude, Vegas not an issue. Stripped one end to the other. They got a shuttle. They got a tram, like
Yep.
for half of it.
Is it that half of it really? Is it really half of it?
I
don't know.
never been to Vegas.
What?
Yep.
You should go to the Boss Reseller meetup. That's coming up in March. You should go.
No.
Hey, we'll start promoting them when they start promoting us. Okay.
Okay.
Till then, shut your mouth. Well, don't go to boss. Don't waste your money on Boss Reseller Remix. You want to be a better reseller? Watch us. Thank you very much.
That's it. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, we're free.
Yeah. There's a reason for that. No. Yeah, it's been cold here. It's been frigid here. I think right now it's 6 degrees outside or something like that.
Yeah, we're at a cool 12 degrees right now.
Joe got snow
Right.
because I watched the football game over there and it got snow over there.
Yeah. Snowed Sunday and Monday.
We got to talk a little bit about Joe's team making it to the NFC Championship game, right? Like they're one game away from the Super Bowl, them birds over there in Philadelphia.
Yeah, we got to beat the Commanders.
You're playing against Tim over the years team,
Right.
which I was impressed by them and what they did over the weekend.
Well, there's only one person to be impressed by is the quarterback, right?
Just like one person to be impressed by on Philly, the running back.
Well, I mean,
Here he comes running to the defense.
I think it's gonna be a good game. Saquon went off. Saquon Barkley's the running back for the Eagles. Was the big player for them. I don't know. Anyways, congratulations, Joe.
Thank you.
I don't know if I'll be rooting for the Eagles. I don't know that I will be.
So, are you saying that you're rooting for the Commanders? Is that what you're saying?
The team I'm rooting for to win it all is the Buffalo Bills because I like Josh Allen because he played for Wyoming back when I lived in Colorado, and I wish the Broncos would have drafted him. So I'm rooting for the Buffalo Bills to win it all. I think I'm rooting for the Commanders to beat the Eagles.
That hurts.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Mike, who you rooting for? I know
Yeah.
you're rooting for the Eagles, right?
No,
Okay.
Well, the
I have no dog in this fight. I hate y'all both.
Uh,
I mean,
I just had to
realistically,
bring that up real quick.
if I'm going to root for somebody, it'll probably be Washington because they're the underdogs. I mean, really,
I'm out of here.
I
Joe's
don't
done.
like them. I don't
I
like them. I love what Jaden Daniels has done this year. Probably one of the best seasons by a rookie ever.
If he wins it all, it could be.
well, he see he was my fantasy quarterback, and I did win the championship with him. So
There
And you
go.
did win the championship with them.
yeah.
Sleeping with the enemy.
Yep. So but now I'm all in on the Eagles. Have to be.
Yeah.
But Mike is a Cowboys fan, if you didn't know, and clearly Cowboys fan.
Bitter. Clearly a bitter Cowboys fan.
Yes. And,
Nope.
and
Just,
Cowboys
just
fans don't like the
really,
Eagles.
I'll root for them. I think they can beat any team that's in the playoffs. The Cowboys have the opportunity and the capability of doing that. They are a very strong team. Unfortunately,
They suck.
they
Do
choose
we
to
watch?
suck.
Do we watch the same NFL season this year?
I guess not. I don't know, dude.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. Look, it's not their fault. It's not the team's fault. Not the coach's fault. It's Jerry Jones' fault. It's Jerry
Yeah,
Jones.
blame the guy that's sitting in the owner's box. All right.
I agree with Mike.
Worked for
Anybody
Biden.
that would hire Mike McCarthy as their head coach does not want to win a playoff game.
Jerry,
All right.
Jerry Jones is the NFL equivalent of Joe Biden. Huh? What? No, I can coach them. That's what I hope. I hope nobody takes the Cowboys coaching job and be like, hey, you know what? You think you can do it? You're worried about it? You think it's your job? Go do it. Like that's the only way. That's the only way Jerry's ever gonna realize is to suck so bad that he doesn't ever want to do it again. Because anybody that's had the nut to like stand up against him, he got rid of.
I kind of disagree, but I'm not going to go there. I disagree.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear about sports, but I just wanted to put it out there that Mike
You're-
is a fan of the worst
Oh,
team
that's
in the
great. Yeah, nobody wants to hear about sports. And on that note, make sure you don't go check out the one podcast that decided to put a podcast on the same day that we broadcast.
Oh, the sports card one, huh?
Yeah.
The
What is it?
sports
No
ball
banger,
card guys.
no banger sports cards podcast.
No bangers.
No
Yeah.
bangers.
Who's all on that podcast?
You got Rob Picking,
Rod.
Punching, Gary American Arbitrage, and Tim, Mr.
Over
Over the Years, Shitty Washington football fan. Well, actually, Rod's a Eagle fan.
Yeah.
Rod's an Eagles fan too.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
from the area. He's from outside of Philly, so
So that should be an interesting episode, actually, with those two guys going face to, they're facing off in the NFC Championship. All right, that's enough sports ball talk because we're gonna scare everybody away. We lost 4 subs while talking about sports ball.
thanks, Mike.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for bringing it up, Mike.
TikTok conversation didn't already lose them.
What else we got to talk about? I mean, I've been working on my death pile and I'm almost done. It's almost time to go full back into sourcing because I haven't gone sourcing a lot this winter, and now my death pile is almost gone. It's literally a couple days of work and I won't have a death pile, except for my clothing that's going on Sonia's store. We're slowly listing that stuff because Sonia now has an eBay clothing store that's separate from my store. But all my hard goods and toys and video and electronics, I'll be done in a couple days with that, and then I have to start sourcing again.
So
Yeah.
outside of toys and electronics, video games and stuff, you do
Yep.
hard goods. If you
Yep.
need some stuff, dude, when you come down here, if y'all come down here for the Flee Across Florida thing, I'll help you build a death pile, dude. I don't give a crap.
I plan on going. I've talked to Sonia. She won't be able to make it, but I plan on going.
Okay. Good.
That's just such a busy stretch. Like there's that, then there's the Nashville meetup, and then right after that, there's a sale in Virginia that I'm going to go to. So like, there's a
Are you
lot
driving down? Are you driving or flying?
to Florida.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? Like you mentioned I should probably fly. I might fly.
Okay.
I think I would fly if.
Then we can find
probably-
stuff and I can bring it to you. Actually, that presents a problem too because because you're gonna go. Well, we'll see each other again first thing in Virginia,
Yeah.
and then I would just be like, "Well, shoot, here, this is already filled up. Already filled up your car, Jimmy. Good luck picking."
No, you're right. I think I can make it. I'll find a way to make it work. If I have to ship some stuff back via UPS, I will.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think just for financially, I think flying would be cheaper between driving and hotels and all that stuff because I don't have a. I'm not sleeping in my car. I'll never sleep.
Yeah.
Can't.
Well, I'll tell y'all this. Now that Dave has canceled their Tallahassee meetup out of just hatred of their viewers, all the
Yeah.
people that were like, the hotel's booked. And Dave was like, no, we're not going to go. So everybody that's in Tallahassee, if you want to come over to Pensacola, Reseller Leftovers is going to do a hangout.
Oh, we are.
Well, yeah, they're going to hang out with themselves and we're going to hang out with. But we'll probably link up for a dinner or something. We need to do that. We need to just put out a little common spot. We can call people that are actually popular in the area that actually have people that want to go eat with them. Angie Resell, she probably doesn't even know we exist, but she lives in the area. I could reach out to her and be
Why
like,
wouldn't
hey,
you know we exist? Like the podcast exists? Is that what you mean?
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. She knows who I am. Couldn't
Right.
pick me out in a lineup, thankfully.
I mean,
But
I know Angie. I've talked to her a couple times.
How many lineups have you been in, Mike? Do you want to talk about that, or I mean,
hadn't been fingered in any.
oh,
Whoa, hey, whoa.
oh,
Like that, Jimmy. That's the guy.
That's the guy. Yeah, if we're talking about the guy that left a review for Omnifiber, that's the. That's the
Did you leave one?
I did not. I'm not going to. Um, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty. So I use Omnifiber, which is my new internet provider that I. It's your guys' fault. I want to let you, Joe and Mike. It's your fault that I have to use Omnifiber. By the way, it's your fault
it's
because I doing this podcast. My internet used to cut out. Remember when I had those
yeah.
problems? So that was Spectrum. I switched to Omnifiber because Spectrum kept saying it was my computer, my streaming service. I was like, no, it's not. So I switched to Omnifiber, proved that it wasn't anything on my side because it works fine with Omnifiber. And so now I'm using Omnifiber. Well, over the weekend, Saturday at like 10 a.m., my internet went out. And it stayed out for over 60 hours. No internet. So like I had to ship my labels last night. I had to use my Wi-Fi hotspot on my phone to get my
That's
computer
my
on.
Wi-Fi.
Huh?
That's my Wi-Fi.
That's what my what is from? What is that from? Is that just in your head or?
Huh? Oh,
So, anyways, I
that's
had to
my
use my
wife.
just to print labels for my
Very
eBay
nice.
orders. 17 orders that I had to print labels for. Actually, 20 because Sony had some sales. And
Oh my god.
my internet didn't come on, so that's why we're recording a little bit later than we usually do because my internet didn't come back on till 3 o'clock in the morning last night. So well over 60 hours without internet. And the big thing was zero communication from Omnifiber in any way, shape, or form. The only communication and way I was finding things out was a Facebook group that was called Omnifiber users, and people were giving their updates of what some people only lost it for a couple hours. A lot of people lost it as long as I did. And I got an email after the fact this morning about what happened. Like after I got it this morning at like 10 o'clock, they finally sent an email saying what happened.
So what happened? Why did
They,
it go out?
their systems went out.
Uh,
That's like their systems went out and it's been hard to recover. That's it.
uh,
So, no communication, and like they have my phone number, they can text me, they have my email. They have a website. The website was down for a day and a half and then it came back up and there was no information on there. So it was just really bad service. And like it has me, if that would have happened on a Tuesday in the middle of an eBay week, like having to create my labels with the Wi-Fi hotspot for those many days would have been a bummer. So, but I still have not left them a review on
Are you
Google.
are you thinking about it?
I don't know. Probably not. Because I'm gonna give them another chance. They get one more chance and that's it.
Subway didn't get another chance though.
Subway's done. We will never go to Subway again.
Hmm.
Hold on a second, guys.
Is it all? Is
Hold
it
on.
all Subways?
Huh? You didn't get it?
Hi, Tonya.
Oh, that's my son Logan.
Hello.
Say hi to the guys. This is Joe and Mike. This is my youngest
What's up,
son.
dude?
Hey guys.
So
Howdy.
I gotta text him an address that he's going to.
All right, well, that's good. Jimmy's over there doing some non-reselling stuff. He's sending people out on errands.
Oh no, he's going to find himself a job.
Oh, you should have sent them to Subway. Bring up their
Go to
quality.
Subway. Get a job at Subway.
yeah,
Yep.
You
All
just
right.
be there. You just be there when I'm hungry. Okay, that's it.
Yeah. When I want a club sandwich, you make it happen.
He leaves 10 minutes before you order.
you just be there when I send over the app order.
Reporting for duty.
Report. Sandwich artist. I was talking about some boring stuff about what?
Your
What was
Omni
my Omni fiber. Yeah.
fiber.
I'm trying not to be such a complainer, I guess. So I'm fine with it. I cracked some jokes on the Omni Fiber Facebook group. I added a poll for people to say how long their service has been out.
Did
Just
you
having
share? Did you share our podcast over there?
You're,
I thought that would have been a great idea.
you're
Well,
uniting the
advertise.
haters. No, I don't want it. I don't want our name put out there with a group of people that are angry and pissed off.
They were pissed, man.
If I wanted that, I would ask Heck and Steve to give us a shout out.
The gamers were the ones that were like the gamers were livid. All the gamers on there,
Oh, no joke.
they were ready. They were ready to fight you in a game. They were like, "Let's go." After that, when it comes back up, we're having a match.
Yeah,
My squad versus your squad.
anything to prevent them from, getting up out of their room.
Hey, my
That's-
boys were two of those gamers. They were not happy. My boys were.
Ah,
They were like, "Call Spectrum. Get Spectrum back." Why did we switch to OmniFiber? And I said, because I can't record my podcast with Spectrum.
Yeah.
So it was tough. Like, no, I only use YouTube TV. So like I had to use screen share with my phone to watch TV. It was a tough time. It was hard to get through. I
Yeah.
watched the playoff game, so like think about it. Playoffs were a lot of people were complaining because they couldn't watch the NFL playoffs. The Ohio State game, they won the national championship last night.
This last night, yeah.
People weren't able to stream that use YouTube TV or whatever. And if they don't know how to screen share or create a Wi-Fi hotspot, like they had to leave their house in -degree weather to go to a bar or something to watch the game because they didn't have their service. So a lot of people were upset.
It's 2025. I'm sure somebody in the house knows how to share
There's some
screen.
people
Right?
that don't. There were some people in that said, "I guess I'm going to bed since I'm sick, and I'm not going to go out to watch the game." Sounded like me. Guess I'm going to bed. wait. I guess I'm going to bed since I can't watch the game.
That's right. That's what you sound like.
Mm.
Actually.
Yeah. So I was like, huh. All these people sound like me in Google review.
Yeah. Dude, I feel bad because like we're 50 minutes in. Like we don't have a whole lot like left because I didn't do any reselling. Like we haven't been able to source anything.
You didn't do any reselling, but you got a negative feedback. So
Yeah, dude, I sold 3 items.
Just turning that knife.
I pushed out 3 items today. Jimmy's like, "Oh yeah, I got 40 something." I was like, I didn't list it all last week. I was just enjoying time with my grandpa. He
There
was
you
in
go.
town, so like we were just doing stuff. Now, mind you, I've now placed that right there, because you see how that has a little bracket.
Yeah.
This one had the same thing, but it was on a 4x4 that's on a slant. So when I tried to put drywall anchors in there, it just shredded them. And it's because half an inch behind that drywall is that stud. So there's a cavity right there. So it's not, I can't just do a straight screw into it. So then I had to change all that. Dude,
You need to hire the contractors that Joe used to do his electrical.
I cut out the
Still
wall.
not done.
I got a big square cut out of the drywall right now, and I've got to backfill it.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's just
That sucks.
I
It sucks. I've been there. I know it sucks.
just having to do a stupid fix because like I used screws to begin with. Like it's just a headache.
I'm not going to tell the full story on this because I don't want to get into trouble with Sonia. But we were painting our baseboards and throughout our hallway in our bedroom. And right now the baseboards are old wood with stain on them baseboards. And you got to sand that and scuff it up before you primer and then paint it. Well, we tried to skip, and when I say we, one of us tried to skip the sanding and scuffing up the wood and just slap primer on it. Needless to say, we got about one door jamb done, and we're having to now sand and scuff up the wood before we primer and paint it. It's going to be such a crappy project, man. Oh, because we're trying to make it white, and to go from stained wood to white, it's just a huge process.
And then it's going to bleed through if it's not.
What? I think 3 coats in, one of us, I'm not going to say who, decided, yep, it's not working like I thought it would. So I guess we do have to sand it. And that other person was like, yeah, we probably should.
Yeah.
So 3 coats in.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. I have no idea.
Whew.
So that's gonna suck because our whole entire house is that wood trim. And like Sonia wants the hallway trim all white. And we're gonna try black doors. So, anyways, we're gonna have white trim with black doors.
That's what I did. I did it in upstairs, all the bedroom, the hallway, and we painted like a light gray, white trim, and then black doors.
That's what we're gonna do. Hey, great minds think alike.
Yeah.
So if you have a contractor for that, Joe, that'd be great.
Oh, no, I'm done with contractors. So
where'd Mike go? He gone.
We're talking interior decorating.
Yeah, so he's got to go patch a wall. He's like Dan. He's got a hole in his wall. He's got a glory hole.
You know what?
Sure, it was an accident.
Yeah,
the glory hole was an accident.
It goes outside.
Even better. You get to rotate.
The only thing I'm going to get right now is frostbit tip.
Well, I got a. Speaking of negative feedback, I know I was breaking Mike's balls. I got one also. So, but mine was not towards the service.
You have a glory hole too?
No.
No, what are we talking about?
Negative feedback.
Oh, you got a negative feedback. Yeah.
On some socks I sold, brand new socks.
Man, you've been having bad luck with socks, man.
Yeah, but it wasn't necessarily my doing. The guy's unhappy with the elastic in the socks. I mean,
and they were new.
Yeah, this is the feedback. These are the worst socks imaginable. They work okay in shoes, but the elastic in the ankles is almost non-existent. So the socks fall off my feet when I walk in them without shoes for only 5 minutes. I will throw them away in the trash so that I don't confuse them with the socks that I can wear.
Grow some cankles. That's what my grandma did. I was
just thinking, I was thinking of somebody with some Ariana Grande ankle.
So, that's
walking around trying to wear those socks.
That's the negative feedback.
So they have a problem with the manufacturer, not you. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not your fault. They were in the package. You don't know that
the design. That's like my wife bitching about me hitting potholes. Like I paved the road. Like
As long as you make sure the whole when you hit them, they're on her side, right?
that's the worst.
So that's what it was. But then I think then I also had a cancellation request on 3 pairs of socks that somebody wanted to buy.
Right.
So this was like a snowball effect here. I think the guy. So the next day after this
Oh yeah.
review,
Negative feedback.
negative
Like a
feedback,
Google review.
right? Negative feedback was left. Somebody purchased 3 pairs of socks, not the same socks. I had
Right.
the socks that this guy bought were like crew socks that went up to like your calf. The other guy bought like ankle socks.
Yeah.
But he canceled the order. I think he canceled the order after he read that review because Nettie said he has to do more research on the socks.
Oh, that wasn't the same guy.
No.
Yes.
The feedback was left.
Wow.
The next day, somebody purchased socks.
And you know what?
I think that guy probably read this review. So then that guy said he had to do more research on the socks.
And you know, one of the go-to lines that eBay uses is that, well, negative feedback doesn't really affect your sales. They've said that before.
Right.
And this was.
I mean, I have no proof that that's what it was, but
who
the hell does research on socks? I bought cars and did zero research on a car, and this guy's worried about 3 pairs of socks he bought?
Apparently, the first guy should have did research on socks. Apparently.
Clearly.
I've never researched socks. How much time do you have?
Hey, I've left a Google review on
that's
socks.
What that guy definitely done. Well, actually,
so that's what
I say. Fruit of the Loom or Hanes? Let me check the reviews.
I'm gonna have to ask. Yeah, Joe, you should have read that negative feedback in that voice for sure.
Well, that's what I was. I don't know what kind. I'm not exactly sure what kind of voice that would be.
Yeah,
but
it should have been
the guy cares a lot about
Jimmy Google review voice.
Yeah, except for Jimmy. Jimmy does not get that voice in Google review.
What does that mean?
When you're because you call people criminals. It's different.
I do call them criminals.
You can't be like, these people are criminals.
This is a criminal act. It's legalized crime, is what that is.
Yeah. Hey, so I did do some sourcing. We have a thrift store down here, like kind of.
You guys have a thrift store?
Yeah, it's like a mission thrift store, like church kind of thing. So they have a mission. That's what I mean. They have like a mission statement. It's not Goodwill, you know, it's not for self profit. But I like run into different things now. And
what'd you find?
Well, this is a Navy jacket. Like it's just a jacket that they wear over their uniform.
Military issue or whatever.
Yeah. So the good thing being by the Air Force bases, dude, I found a camo windbreaker for like.
You find a lot of boots,
huh?
You find a lot of boots?
No, I don't even look for the boots.
Oh man, boots.
Yeah, you see a lot of the GI boots, which aren't that great.
Right.
So when you deal with like the Belleville and stuff like that, if you can find like the Nikes and the Oakleys, the Garmont, then they're way better options. I need to start looking at them, but I imagine they charge out the wazoo for their boots and stuff. I know some places charge like $10 for boots.
Right.
I don't want to. I'll pay. I get those. They do a sale on the weekend now where all clothing items are $2.50.
Nice.
Even jackets, and then shoes are a set price. But I go in there because I find like a little plush for $1, and then they have it on sale. So pick that up, which is a Naruto thing.
Oh yeah, Naruto.
Yeah, I figure these are gonna all go on Dibdit. Like I want to just have some stuff for Dibdit stuff.
Pokemon plush for those of you. Oh, that's something I was supposed to talk about at the beginning. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, and then I found this is actually really cool. This might go on eBay. You know who that is?
Chili Willy?
Yeah, dude. There you go. Chili Willy the Penguin.
Chili Willy the Penguin. It's like when Mike uses the glory.
He's from. Wow.
That's what he calls himself.
Oh,
An
You know what that
owl?
is?
is
Yeah.
that a puppet?
Is it
Oh, God.
Harry
That's a
Potter?
keeper. That's a keeper
Yeah.
right there.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at that.
Does it spin all the way around? Uh-oh. Scurry.
That's right. When you want to get head backwards. That's it. So I found some stuff. Like I'm kind of excited about that because anytime I go to the post office, I can stop in there and I'll find a few things.
We have a mission style thrift store here in Bucyrus. They like every once in a while you'll find a gem that they have no idea what it is, but like there was one time there were like blow molds and stuff in there, and they like literally won't let you buy it. Like I was like, I wanted to buy these blow molds, and they would not let me buy them, and they were like, we got to research them first. And I'm like, they're just sitting in this pile, like it's very unorganized. All right, so like it's in the on the sales floor in this pile, and I see a couple blow molds. They were Easter Bunny ones, and I was like, I take them. I was like, how much are these? And oh, those aren't for sale. And I was like, well, they were on the floor. And she's like, yeah, but that pile's not for sale. And I was like, okay. And she said, we got to research them. And I was like, okay.
You don't like their socks, lady. You
Yeah.
don't need to research them.
Yeah.
So I'm not a huge fan. I mean, they do some good stuff. They do they have the food out the back door, which is great. They take care of, people can go there and get food and stuff. So they are a good it's a good program. I just wish they didn't look up items. I wish, I would have gave them a decent amount for it, but anyways. They wouldn't even sell them to me. They wouldn't until they got a chance to research them. Uh-oh.
Mike's
Mike's
going again. Seeing how far, how long the line is for the glory hole over there.
No snow yet. It's 12 o'clock. It said 12 o'clock.
I think they're lying to you. Who's they? I don't know.
Fake news. The Weather Channel.
Wow.
Oh, now it's supposed. See, it says starting soon. 91%. 0.4 inches.
Ooh.
Which is
0.4?
crazy.
They'll shut down all of Ohio for half an inch. It seems like. I found out living in Colorado. I did living in the Denver area. I did live somewhere where they get a decent, like Denver gets a lot of snow. It's compared to here where they will shut down the city for an inch and a half of snow here. In Denver, that's like, oh, business as usual until we get 4 or 5 inches of snow. We're not even thinking about shutting down a school until there's like 8 inches of snow.
Well, you don't
in
have
Denver.
a freeway that runs through your thing. Like the highway will be salted.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
all the
telling you,
major. It's just like
my
here.
front yard doesn't even have an inch of snow, and they call it a level 1 emergency. I'm like,
Like
and
here,
then
all the major highways are taken care of. It's just the side streets that are.
I can tell you for sure, when I lived in Denver, I dropped my kids off at school, and there were 8 inches of snow on the ground, and it was currently snowing, and they still didn't close the schools down.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, logistics is just better set up for that.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with like your back roads. Like I drove through Ohio in the snow and like, dude, I'll just run the speed limit like in the middle of the night with it snowing because everything's salted.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
down here,
Yeah.
it's probably going to get crazy. I went to the post office this morning, so I didn't have to deal with it over the next 2 days. And I pushed out a message to my buyers, and I was like, "Hey, just to let you know, they ordered it on Sunday." I was like, normally I would just package these up and ship them out on Monday. But I said it was a holiday, so we pushed it to Tuesday, but we're expecting some storms, some snow in the panhandle, and I may utilize all the way up till Thursday because I have 3-day handling. And I said, I just wanted to give y'all a heads up. Both of them were like, that's perfectly fine. We understand. Be safe, blah, blah, blah. So I was good with that. Then somebody else bought something else this morning when I was already on the way to the post office. So I was like, well, I'm just going to pack this up and ship it too.
Think I could tell everybody that my internet was out for 60 hours? And I don't have to ship today? Have to go to the post office today?
No, I'm
No.
sure people don't want to hear it. Mike gets all the nice buyers except the one that left the negative feedback.
To be determined. I'm going to see what the postmaster says. If the postmaster will open it, that's what I'm going to say. I want the postmaster to open it. And hopefully, like, if it is criminal to do something like that, I'll
Well, yeah,
I'll
I've
do
heard of
it.
people opening up, police report, police investigation into that. I've heard of that. You have to go, yeah. to like your local post office, right?
So that's what I'm wondering. If eBay doesn't care if you open it at your house, I want to see if eBay cares if the postmaster opens a package.
Have they shipped it back? Is it on its way back?
Oh, it's already here. It just arrived
Oh,
today after I got there.
you should open it up and man, because for next week, let us know. I want to know the results. Like, I want to know if you finished out the return and if that feedback went away. I want to know because I'm curious.
Okay.
For next week, we'll have an update next week, folks, on that. Hopefully,
Yeah,
either way.
I'm gonna try to do something with my feedback too. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but I'm gonna try to
I
to
gotta
do
find
something with it. Considering the guy didn't have a problem with me, he had a problem with the
right.
the manufacturer.
Yeah,
And they were brand new. It wasn't like they were used socks and the elastic was all stretched out or whatever. This guy's,
because there is a way to leave a review on the product and not the seller. There is a way because I see them on eBay. So there is a way to review the product versus reviewing reviewing the seller.
Hmm.
You didn't do anything wrong. You provided a good service.
No, but I know what eBay's probably going to tell me to reach out to them, do a revision request or whatever the hell that thing is, and
Yeah.
go about it that way. So,
All right.
Well, hopefully we can. I'm gonna try to help you see what because I got I had the one that I got a negative. I did get a negative feedback. It was removed right away because their problem was with the delivery service the post office provided, and that's now within eBay's feedback policy. It's not. It's without. It's outside of their policy to leave feedback based on that.
Yeah.
So they took it down right away, and I was able to get that done quickly. I'm gonna see if I can find the way I did that, and see if Joe can figure something out with that.
Yep. We will get an update next week, and I don't have anything else. I think we just promise people an update regarding this and better reselling topics next week, just like we always promise and underperform on. And that way, we just keep lying to people. That's it.
Just keep feeding them BS.
Yeah. So I got through my first marriage. It ends bad, folks, but there's some good times along the way. So y'all stick around for
We're ending it right now. Matter of fact.
it. Take care.